Hey, everybody. さんお疲れ様です。
お疲れ様です。
とりあえず、ちょっと、掃除すると、もう8
でしたよ。うん、
なのかな。
だろうなと思って。
ちょっと、
ただ僕もこれあれですか？出ちゃっている？
どうなるんだろう。
どうだろ
白い画面が映っちゃうかもしれないですね。まあ、いいと思います。僕が、
う。今んとこ映ってなさそうだけどな。
ちょっと切り替わりました。なんで、少々お待ちください。
はーい。
ああ、 小原先生いますか？
はいはい。
これ入るときってカメラオンになったりしました？
カメラオンで入るかで言うと、はい、いや、なってないですね。
なってんですか？よかったで
はい、
す。
カメラオフミュートですね。
よかったです。なんか設定をミスった気がして若干焦りました。中島さんが今入って出ていたの気のせいかな。
ああ、なるほど。いや、それ多分、
若干不安だよね。
設定変えたら、次の人からね、新しい設定反映されると思いますよ、ズームは。
本当ですか？
うん。
みんなに聞いてみる。皆さんこれカメラオンで、デフォルトカメラオンとかにならないですよね。谷口さんも。
自然とカメラオフで入りました。
それはよかったです。じゃあ大丈夫そうですね。よし、じゃあちょっと待ちましょう。菅原先生、参加者のジョインってできますよね。共同ホストにしたんで。
わかりました。参加者のジョインね。
参加者のジョインというか、
はいはい。
承認ですね。大野さんにもちょっと頼んで。今日は、デモでの時みたいな音楽は、あえてちょっとやめときました。物々しくなっちゃうんで。なので、カジュアルな感じでいこうと思いますので、登壇順で順番にお呼びします。質疑、どんぐらい来るかわからないんですけど、次々行く感じにしようかなと思ってますんで。で、残った時間で QA も、各セッションの後に一応 QA、各チームの後に QA の時間一瞬取ろうと思うんですけど、あんまり出なかったらもうどんどん次に行こうと思います。はい。
これ、ピッチする段階の、いわゆるピッチっていうか説明するところから割とインタラクティブに下川さんに振ったりした方がいいですか？
ああ、それもありですね。振りたければ振ってください。振らなくてもいいです。は
あ、
い。
了解です。そしたら、なんだ、うちらの場合、セッションナビゲーターのところで一つ振るので、
はい。
じゃあ東京スタートアップって検索してくれって言っていただいていいですか？
はい、いいですね。東京スタートアップですね。わ
はい。
かりました。
シンプルにお願いします。
ちょっとこの画面を正面に出したいんだけど。ピンしたからこれもしや。あれピンを解除した。
あれ渡辺裕太さんって、どっかのチームだっけ？
チームですね。
ですね。よいしょ。よいしょ。許可しますね。
はい、お願いします。ちょっと僕の画面を上に出してもらうと、カウントダウンが見えないので、ちょっと、皆さん一瞬ミュートというか、静かにしたいと思います。さあ、ぼちぼちですね。一旦ちょっとこの OBS を止めて、違う画面にします。 Everyone, wait a moment. We are waiting for some more people.
Excuse me, I have a really quick question. Where should I leave a comment if I want to like talk to the speaker?
You mean talk to speakers? You can leave comments on Zoom anytime. If you have any questions, you can comment anytime on the chat on Zoom, or yeah, I will explain later. So
Okay, yeah, thank you.
So everyone, thank you for coming. It's time to start our session titled Startups in Japan. Oh, wait a sec. Let me show you the slide. Here we go. Let's go. So, titled Startups in Japan, Rising from the Pandemic. Welcome aboard. Well, the title sounds a bit gorgeous and heavy, maybe too fancy. Actually, we want to make this session more light, casual, and most importantly, interactive. So if you are watching from the YouTube live, please join this Zoom. Yeah, many of you feel this online version of South by 2021 is much more passive than ever, right? Yeah, this must be new urgency, isn't it? I feel this is urgent. But anyway, this session is not passive. You can join the Zoom. Yes. So if you're watching this from the swap card, please click the Zoom button. You can see the button, big blue button popping up and down on the left sidebar. So please click that button and join the Zoom. You don't, yeah. Here you can comment and feedback, ask questions on the chat. So anytime you can unmute yourself and comment in you chat anytime. All right. So if you are not joined, if you haven't joined this Zoom yet, please click the Zoom button on the left side. And let's talk about a future collaboration here. And please give us a feedback, as many as possible. Let's be interactive. You don't have to show your face. You don't need to turn on the mic. Just show your name, your attendance, your existence, and that you're living or dead maybe. Anyway, all right. So today we have 6 pitches from 6 startups. All of them are really fantastic and interesting. And all of them are from our acceleration program of the University of Tokyo called Todai to Texas. Some of the 6 startups are incorporated and funded already, but the others are in the stage of project teams yet. We have been attending South by since 2013, and this is the first online version of us for us too. Yeah, all of them are really interesting. I guarantee that you are not disappointed. Now, you're ready? First theme will be called Soseki. The product is called Soseki from the startup named Studio Usia. Taniguchi-san, please get ready. And, If you feel interested, you are welcome to unmute yourself and comment after his pitch. Or you can go to Zoom chat and please leave any comment or feedback or future collaboration request, anything. It is officially prohibited to be shy or non-interactive by South by, okay? So that's it. Are you ready, Taniguchi-san?
Okay, great.
When you're ready, please
Okay,
take away.
yeah. Then could I have the share screen, please?
Yeah, you can go. You can go
Okay.
share screen by
Great.
yourself.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can see your YouTube video.
A YouTube video. Good, good. Okay, then please, thank you for the introduction, Shimokawa-san. Let me start. I'm Satoshi from Studio Usha, and we're here to showcase our AI model, Soseki. So Soseki is a state-of-the-art natural language AI, and that understands your private documents and provides answers to questions based on the knowledge accumulated in the text. It finds passages that the user needs, even if the keywords don't match. So first, I would like to, so now we just put our new AI model Soseki in open beta, and we're showcasing 2 demos here at South by Southwest. So first, I would like to start off by introducing our Soseki using a video that we made. Oops. Sorry, forgot to share it. Okay, here we go.
Let's talk about search engines. How do you search for things every day? You may answer, I use this G product all the time and I'm happy with it. But what about a time when you want to search in these apps?
Good.
These non-Google search engines are not as sophisticated as the tech giant engine. For example, when you try to search by fuzzy words in Slack, you cannot find any results because the keywords are not the exact match. Our new search engine, Soseki, is going to enable the smarter search in a private field. Soseki's unique natural language processing AI will understand your huge amount of private documents and provide optimized search functions. And also, we provide an API that can be integrated into your existing application. Now you can do rich searches in apps like Slack that were not possible before. Soseki can do much beyond simple text search. Our newly developed deep learning model enables Soseki to understand the meaning of text effectively. For example, let's search how Peter Pan learned to fly. If you are using the normal PDF search, and when you search for fly, you get lots of hits for the word fly. But with Soseki, you can tell exactly where Peter Pan learned to fly. With Soseki, we can fly further to the next level of search. To demonstrate the next generation of search, we have developed a demo called Trivia Master that learns throughout Wikipedia's entire documents. It can take questions like, what is the easiest way to become rich? Visit the link to ask any questions to our smart search engine. And if you are at South by Southwest 2021, please tell the Soseki Twitter bot what topics you're interested in. It will automatically suggest the best sessions to attend. We have an exhibition booth. Please visit us and try our smart search engine. Soseki.
Okay, thank you. So that's the brief introduction of the our AI model Soseki, and I'd like to recap a little bit about the 2 demos that we're presenting. So one is the Trivia Master. So Soseki is able to search through large databases. So we hooked up a Wikipedia archive to allow users to search the accumulation of millions of people with the smartest AI, Soseki. So if you could put in your favorite trivia question, we'll provide you the answer. The other that we're providing is the session master, unofficial session master. So if you can tweet your interest. So Shimokawa-san, do you have any questions, interests that you have?
Yeah, so I'm interested in Tokyo startups. So could
Okay.
you search
Then let's go to
Okay,
Tokyo
thank you.
startups.
question
If
related?
you could, yeah. So if you could tweet any kind of interest to at AI Soseki, then we'll provide you. AI Soseki will provide you with a suggestion of a session. So those are two of the demos that we're presenting here at South by Southwest.
Can you show the Twitter screen as well? Maybe we don't see the Twitter screen.
Oh, this one? Yeah, so if you could, so we will provide the answers as a reply to your Twitter, and you could go to the event page.
No, yeah, I know, but we don't see the screen.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I guess it went down somewhere. Yeah, so if you tweet Tokyo startups, the AI Soseki will provide you with a suggestion.
Maybe you can do that again.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So AI Soseki. Yes. Sorry. I don't know what's so ethical AI may be an interest of mine. If I tweet this. Oops. Yeah, I'll get an answer.
Very cool. Thanks.
See. So yeah, so those are the two sessions, the two, oops, sorry. Yeah, those two are the two demos that we're presenting right here. And if there's any speakers in the house, we welcome you to register additional information to our session navigator so that RAI could pick up what you're presenting at the session and provide users that are interested in you, that would be interested in your session, basic guide listening participants into South by Southwest to your session. So you could submit your material here and we'll register it to our database. Yeah, so.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so that's the basic what we're doing here at the South by Southwest. And if you're interested, so Soseki is this is a AI that understands meaning. And so if you're interested in using Soseki for your personal projects, company projects, we're more than welcome to exchange information. Thank you.
Thank you. So any questions? If you have any question, please unmute yourself or leave a comment on chats on the Zoom.
So we got try entertainment. So I guess we could do that.
Okay, let's move on to the next theme. And
okay,
if you come up with any idea, you can ask any time.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, hey, Satoshi-san, one question. Hey,
yeah.
Ethan ask us a question. Is the AI only for South by? No, maybe.
No, it's general. It's a general one. So the AI is studied basically studied Wikipedia, so it can understand language. That's pretty much covered in Wikipedia.
Okay, let's follow up his question on the chat. So next theme is wearable. Tamaka-san, could you? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for introduction, Shimokawa-san. Okay, I will share screen. Okay, do you see my screen? Okay, so hello everyone, it's great to have you watching. I'm Tamaka representing Wearable. a wearable handwriting and text entry device. And I want to keep this session as interactive as possible. So I would just quickly do a brief introduction and move on to a Q&A session. Today in 2021, people use smartphones every day. However, like back in 2000, smartphones didn't even exist. Then what about 20 years later? Some very different devices might get popular in the next 20 years, like smartphones did in the past 20 years. We think the future is in wearable devices. Smartphones are useful, but you might not want to have to carry around all the time in your hands. But currently, wearable devices has a very big problem. It's not easy to enter text. So in order to tackle the problem, we developed a wearable text entry device compatible with the wearable devices. But like before jumping into details, like let us show you the world that we are trying to create. So this is what we have created. We didn't like the idea of having to carry out extra devices. So instead, we turned closest into a text entry device that allows people to type like directly on the close itself, like this. So let's take a closer look. So in the front side, you can see touch keys made of embroidered conductive yarns. And in the back side, you can see touch keys are connected to a capacitive sensor, again, using conductive yarns. And when you touch one of those keys, a sensor will detect changes in capacities, electrical capacities, and then the time series data will be sent to a microcomputer, which returns the input character based on the training data. And in order to improve the typing speed, we also have an autocorrect function. Let me skip the video to the middle because it's too long. So this person is trying to type a text. Wearable will change the word, which is true, by the way. And this person type a character, words starting with the character are popping up on the right. So this person like chooses the words by a simple gesture, which dramatically improves the efficiency of typing. So you don't want to have to type the whole word or like type the whole sentence. So here are takeaways. We want to realize the world where we can go out without having to carry out devices. So we made a wearable interface compatible with wearable devices that allows people to type on the clothes itself. And lastly, we've got a question for you. If you had wearable, how would you use it? Or how do you think wearable would change your life? We appreciate your ideas, so please don't hesitate to speak up or leave a comment here. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. We're happy to take any questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your question. Thank you for your presentation. And anyone has a good idea how to use wearable for what can we what can we use wearable? If you have any idea, please share, or any question.
Let me check the chat. Oh, I think like there's a question whether wearable can be used in all languages, just English or Japanese. Okay. Today, like up until now, we have the function to take in English, like alphabet and hiragana, which is one of the characters used in Japanese. So we can do English and Japanese. But I think it's easy to kind of make Wearable compatible with other languages because we just need like training data, like handwriting training data. So we have, if you have enough data, handwriting data, we can just adapt our like product to any languages.
2 more questions. Thank you. 3 more questions.
The input devices were washable. Okay. So let me go back to this slide. Okay, so like Wearable, like the hardware is basically consists of 2 parts. The first one is capacitive sensor, which is kind of attached to the pants, and then the microcomputer is kind of attached from upside. And if you take out of this microcomputer part, you can wash this part, like the pants part. So like what you have to do before washing is to just remove the external circuit from your like just remove the external circuit from your pocket. So it's basically washable.
Yeah. The other 2 are not questions maybe, but rather feedback. Anyway, thank you, Robert and Ethan. Thank you for your feedback. So, yeah. Okay, if you have any more feedback or comments, please leave comments on chat. But for now, let's move on to the next theme. Tamaka-san, can you answer the questions on the chat? And
yeah, of course, I'd
do
love to.
for the next presentation? Keijiro and Makoto will make presentation. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So hello. Oh, is it?
There you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's okay.
Okay. So hello, attendees in Southwest. We are Evaster, developing AI system for steel recycling, and we've prepared a pitch for our product. So first, let us show our pitch. Okay, just let us start.
Okay.
Can you turn on the voice?
Oh, sorry. Uh, just a moment, please.
Okay, so
Can you hear?
I introduce ourselves first. Okay, so I'm Keijiro Tajima, and the co-founder is Makoto Saiki, and we are both from material engineering department in UTokyo. And also we have a background in computer science too. So we connected the 2 fields, material science and computer science. And we are applying image analysis to steel scraps. In steel recycling, we have a very big problem of contamination of impurities like coppers and tin. So now we are developing an AI system to detect these kind of impurities from steel scraps. And okay, this is actually what I wanted to show in the presentation video. But Saki, can you just continue this video and I will explain in at the let's say real time.
Video?
Hmm.
Isn't it?
Just please start it and I will explain now.
これ見えてる？
うん。
あ、じゃあこれ再生するよ。も
う。
いいよね。大丈夫ね。OK。
再生されてますか？Can
So, are you having any tech trouble? Maybe we don't hear any voices.
Yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
I'm
Can
sorry.
you show you the video? Can you show us the video, the university video?
Yes, okay. Please. Okay, so I'm sharing the screen. Okay, this one. Can you see this?
Yeah, we can see the video, please.
Okay, so let us start our video.
What if humanity could completely recycle steel? The steel industry is notorious for emitting 25% of all CO2 emissions, the biggest among all the industries in the world. If we can manufacture all the steel by the recycled materials, gigatons of CO2 emissions can be reduced. The biggest problem of steel recycling is impurity contamination. Small presence of non-ferrous metals can cause serious quality degradation of steel products. To avoid this, well-trained workers sort out scraps by their own eyes. It costs too much and there is always a risk of human errors. Our product, EverSteel Engine, solves this problem. Our AI technology, specified for scrap based on the huge and unique dataset, has enabled highly accurate analysis for steel scrap. In the evaluation, our AI system has outperformed the well-trained workers in recognizing non-ferrous metals contained in steel scrap. We believe that EverSteel can elevate the steel recycling to a higher level and further expand the industry in a more sustainable way. By recycling more steel with our technology, we can do our part to help slow down global warming. To the more sustainable future, EverSteel.
Yeah, thank you for the video.
Yeah, thank you so much. We are so sorry about the confusion.
No problem. Do you want to add any information?
Yes, please. Okay, so now let me show our presentation. Okay, so now I think we don't have so much time, so let's skip to the solution of our products. Here, this is the solution. Okay, as we mentioned in the video, we apply image analysis to steel scraps, and we do two tasks. One step is classification of steel scraps into 22 grades steel scraps, and also at the same time we detect impurities like these motors and copper alloy parts and lights. And this is a demonstration of our products, and our AI system are very specified to steel scraps, and they are using the scrap unique features like shapes and thickness and sizes. And okay, and now we are actually somehow exceeding the accuracy of the staff at the companies like this. And our mission is by achieving 100% recycling and also using renewable energy, we will realize zero CO2 emission from steel production. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. So let's take some questions, comments. If you have any feedback, please leave comments on the chat. Or you can unmute yourself and yeah.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, thanks so much for taking the time. Okay, please skip to the next group.
Okay, yeah, let's move on to the next team. Next team is SigBoost. Could you prepare? And while they're preparing, if you have any questions about the team, steel recycling team, Eversteel, please give us any questions, comments. Okay, Kai-san,
Okay,
are you ready?
ready?
Okay, let's get started.
Hi everyone. This is This is Kai from SigBoost. We are developing a programmable electronic instruments. By giving hardware electronic instruments software-like flexibility, we are helping artists to play and compose music more creativity. We would like to introduce our latest product, MIDI-Glue. The first video is a video of when we did crowdfunding. Let's show this.
Hello, I am Kai Aoki,
Sounds
developer
okay?
of MIDI-Glue.
Yep.
MIDI-Glue is a compact control box that allows you to intelligently combine various electronic instruments and apply MIDI effects. You can control your synthesizer, MIDI controller, modular synth and drum machine, electronic piano and electronic drum by connecting it to each other, change the routing, applying effects, and making instruments more fun and controllable. I will show you what you can actually do with MIDI-Glue. MIDI-Glue can convert various control signals. With MIDI-Glue, you can convert any signal from USB MIDI to CV gate when you want to control a modular synth via USB MIDI. For example, you can play a modular synth with the USB drum parts. When you want to separate the sound source that sounds on the left and right of one MIDI keyboard, it can easily be done by connecting MIDI-Glue and routing the sound sources. MIDI-Glue can control MIDI equipment by connecting a foot switch, blast controller, and so on. If you connect multiple effects processors shown, you can switch effects and operate those parameters. You can also add a pedal to the drum machine and play it like this. The function of MIDI-Glue is not limited to conversion and routing. MIDI-Glue has a lot of other functions to extend effects and performances. By connecting as shown in this figure, you can add various functions to your electronic piano or keyboard with sound source. For example, it has a function called a chord assigner. You can assign multiple notes to one key. Select the keyboard to assign and enter Assign mode. Press the pitch you want to assign. When returning to the normal mode, chord is assigned. In this way, you can play chords with one finger. This is an arpeggiator. When you suppress the chord, the disassembled phrase is played automatically. You can also tweak the knobs to change the speed of the phrase. In addition to the ones we introduced, there are more rich presets to use. Please check the page of Kickstarter as we will update for details. For those who are unsatisfied with the provided functions or presets, we prepared a special editor that can be used on PC, Mac, and Linux. The editor is a node-based patch editor that can be easily used by connecting function blocks to program your desired effects. Writing to MIDI-Glue is complete with one click. MIDI-Glue makes it possible to do things that you always imagined. Your instrument has much more possibilities. With MIDI-Glue, you will be able to find out its possibilities and more. In order to bring MIDI-Glue to the world, your support is necessary. SIGBOOST evolves instruments and keeps them close to artists who create new music.
Okay, thank you. Crowdfunding was success and we were able to start producing the product. The next video I'll show you is a Digest PV using mass-produced products. So this. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, Kai. Thank you for your video. And if you have any questions, please leave comments on the chat area on the Zoom. And we were a bit behind the time, so let's move on to the next team. So please give us any feedback and question and future collaboration request on the chat. So Y Monitor, please, could you prepare?
Yes. Thank you, Shimoka-san. Can this video is shared?
Yep.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Takekazu Kitagishi, and I introduced my product on video.
The COVID-19 pandemic has introduced the concept of social distancing. Nobody likes to be in a crowded place anymore, right? So, how can we tell how crowded a place is? One simple way might be to place surveillance cameras everywhere, and they can count how many people there are in a certain place. But no, we're not in the dystopia of 1984. We are in 2021. We can do much better than that. This is why we invented this technology, Y-Monitor. Using the Wi-Fi waves, Y-Monitor will detect how crowded a place is while preserving people's privacy. We measure the change in Wi-Fi signals between transmitter and receiver and accurately estimate how many persons there are in a room. This approach using Wi-Fi waves has great advantages over simply using cameras. To start off, monitoring Wi-Fi waves can work in the dark, unlike cameras. Also, this can count the number of persons even when there is a wall between the rooms. And last but not least, it protects people's privacy. Let's figure out how crowded a place is in a completely privacy-respecting manner. Y-Monitor.
Thank you. Well, Y-Monitor. Okay, Y monitor is this slide is showed. Now our product is Y monitor, which is a system for detecting congestion using Wi-Fi channel state information. Well, do you use Wi-Fi? You use Wi-Fi every day to connect your smartphone to the internet. In fact, this Wi-Fi signal has a property of reflecting on water. On the other hand, have you known that water makes up most of the human body? Water makes up 80% of human body. Wi-Fi has the property of reflecting on water, and since water makes up most of the human body, humans reflect Wi-Fi as well. Therefore, by linking the amount of change in Wi-Fi signals and the number of people through machine learning, you can detect the number of people. On account of these facts, the problem we want to solve now is COVID-19 by detecting congestion. We especially looked at the opinion of, I want to avoid crowds. I want to show here it's not crowded. Now, on the widespread of COVID-19, people are concerned about the infection. People are wanting to avoid crowd. On the other hand, companies like restaurants are nervous of decrease in number of customers. They want to appeal countermeasures against the virus. To meet the demand of, I want to avoid crowds. I want to show here is not crowded. Our system identifies congestion using only Wi-Fi. Our system solves real-time monitoring, congestion forecasting, and presentation of congestion. By our system, people will be able to move around uncrowded areas, and restaurants will be able to appeal no congestion. You can detect the number of people in a room using channel state information of Wi-Fi. In this prototype, microcomputer A is transmitting Wi-Fi signals to microcomputer B. Both of the Wi-Fi signals transmitted by A and received by B are accumulated sequentially. By feeding this data in the trained AI model, you can obtain the number of people in the store. This data is stored on the cloud, so you can check the congestion situation of each store from anywhere with your smartphone, even in the store or on the way to there. Our system is as follows. People input their smartphone, where, when, and what I want to do. Then the system predicts congestion and present where it's not crowded. On the other hand, restaurants will gain real-time monitoring data and appeal no congestion. Now, why are we to use Wi-Fi? Vision-based measure like camera require line of sight. Also, there is concern of privacy. Radio-based measures like Bluetooth is expensive to implement because device is not widespread. Wi-Fi is already pervasive and it is less expensive to implement and it is privacy conscious. Now our product is made as this. Please look at my website. Thank you.
Thank you. And if you have any comments, please leave chats. Thank you. All right, so final team, AI painting project. Could you prepare for the presentation?
Okay, sure. Please wait a moment.
After his pitch, we can have some interactive time, so you can unmute yourself if you want. So please think about any comments, feedback, questions now. All right. When you're ready, please start.
Okay.
Thank you all very much for coming today. My name is Jamin Pam, and I'm early lecturer of Suzuvo. In today's presentation, I'm hoping to give you an overview of our AI painting project. So let's start with a 30-second introduction video. Thank you for watching. Through this project, we aim to develop creative identity. Of course, the definition of the word creativity depends on how you view creation. Team Suzuvo considers creativity as the process of trying to create something by one's own will through trial and error. From this perspective, we believe that the machine creativity is unprecedented at the moment. What sets this robot unique is that it works with a set of values. It means the image is generated by the AI criteria that is most like the concept. The robot can currently draw 1,000 concepts from the concrete to the abstract. Also, the robot can draw not only a single concept, but also a combination of multiple concepts.
Okay, and hello everyone. My name is Irurai, and I'm leading the project and also in charge of technology aspect. So let me just introduce about the technology briefly. So for this system, the input, there's two inputs. One is a scene, for example, the frog, and another is random strokes. And we put these two things to the AI, then AI generates optimal strokes for that scene. For example, here's a frog, and you can see the optimization process, how it from the random strokes to become the optimal stroke. And also there's a like drawing process here. Sorry. And we also developed a physical painting system that will integrate with algorithm. It can paint fast. For one painting, it took around 30 minutes. You know, as a human, it usually take more than hours. And for today, the robot have the painting ability. We developed the like color mixture module and the palette module, and also the brush module, and also the some brush washing module. So this can make a robot painted full automatically. And also the robot can control the thickness of brush. As you can see here, the video, the robot painting with, yeah, the thickness is different. It's a bit hard to see, but you can see the blue stroke there's no different thickness. And for the third point, we also developed the very original equipment that is color mixture module, and that can generate any color you want. So that's how we can make the robot painted fully automatically. And thank you for your listening. If you have interest in our project, please come and visit to our booth.
Thank you. Thank you for your presentation. So this is it, all the 6 teams. So if you have any questions about this project, the AI painting team or other 5 teams, please, yeah, unmute yourself and give us any feedback. Could you unmute yourself? Of course, yeah. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you for your comment. Yes, of course, you can leave comments on chats. Yes, so now we have Q&A time, question and answer time. If you have any questions, please leave comments on the chat or you can unmute yourself. Thank you. Thank you for your comment, Robert. And okay, thank you. So Tiago. Oh, yes. Okay, we will send you the link. I will send you the link. Yes, I will send you the link, of course. Actually, we are we are on the exhibition. We have 6 booths, separate 6 booths, so you can visit each booth for more details. I will send you the link. Any other questions? Thank you, Ethan. Are there bigger plans you all have or your device wants? Yeah, that's a good question. Some of them are still in the prototyping stage, but Eversteel, the steel recycling team, is already funded, and they have a company, so they are startup. And Midiguru, SIGBoost, the music team, also they release their hardware, so they are in the production stage. Yeah. So AI robotics, robot team, or wearable, do you have any plans for, bigger plans? Nice.
Yes, and let me open the video. Yeah, and thanks for your question. So actually for AI painting project, we are really in the middle of the development because our final goal is to let the robot can create by itself. So it's like they can think, oh, what I want to paint and what kind of style with for that painting and how to express that painting. So for now, we need the human need to give the robot the scene. Although robot can paint him freely based on that scene, but it's still like it's a really human-based system. So we want to make this system more toward the machine learning intelligence.
Thank you. Thank you for your answer. And Tamaka, do you have any comments?
Okay, thank you for the question. We have developed text entry device for wearable devices, but the problem is that wearable devices are not really popular right now. So it's kind of difficult to find the use cases or like users. So what we're doing right now is to talking with people who is already using wearable devices such as smart glasses. So for example, we are talking with like people from like construction industry. They are trying to use like they say they want to keep some notes during their work, but and then they tried voice input, but it didn't work because of the noisy surroundings. So like in summary, what we are doing is like interview with potential customers.
Thank you for your answer. Any other questions, feedback? Anthony, thank you for your video on. Could you leave any comments and feedback?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. Yeah, I wanted to ask a question about funding, because you're all based in Japan. And if you were based in Silicon Valley, you would have a model of funding. You could, have several rounds of investment. But what about coming from Japan to scale up? Where do you go for funding?
Very great question. Thank you so much. Actually, we have some investors from Japan over here. So Kamada-san, can you, or yeah, actually, so Sugara-sensei, can you answer a short? Did you get that? Did you get the question?
Oh, sorry.
All right. So the funding situation is improving in Japan right now, and for example, our university has 2 VCs. One of them is really successful, and all of the VCs in Japan recognize their success. And yeah, and the funding amount, the money amount of the money is increasing, even the situation of COVID-19 impacts. So
Okay.
The situation is really being improved.
Okay, great. So you're getting funding from Japan.
Basically, yes. Almost all, like 90% of the startups in Japan get funded in Japan, Japanese VCs.
Okay. Are you looking for non-Japanese sources of funding, or are you just focused on Japan?
Of course, we are interested in getting invested by foreign VCs, but many, obstacles, including legal entities, maybe. I heard many times that foreign VCs are actually interested in investing in Japanese companies, but they don't have entities in US, so it is really difficult.
Right.
So, but we don't have much knowledge or experience in maybe someone denies, but I think so. So we have more companies invested by foreign VCs. Could you help that? Anthony,
yeah.
Could you tell me your background?
Oh, actually, I'm in Japan right now, and I basically, my company, we train Japanese business people to connect globally. So that's the kind of background that I'm in, and I'm actually very close to one of the branches of Todai. I live in a place called Kashiwa, which is very close to one of your main campuses. So I'm quite familiar with Todai and what goes on around there. But one of the gaps is just being able to do what you guys are doing. Not everyone's available to do it or has the communication skills to do it. So I'm incredibly impressed that you guys are reaching out and trying to do this. I think it's a great thing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, this Todai to Texas project, so that's why we are doing this project, bridging startups from Japan to the world using South by Opportunity. So investment haven't happened to us yet. Investment from overseas VCs haven't happened to Todai Texas alumni yet, but in the future, we won't make it happen.
Okay, great, thanks.
Okay, Shimokawa-san,
yep.
Can you hear me? Okay, sorry, I had a technical problem and I couldn't hear the question. Is this questions about financing?
I think so, yes.
Okay. Well, you mean the financing situation in Japan, startup financing? Okay. Yeah, I think, yeah. Well, I think that briefly to say, total amount of investment for the startup in Japan was increasing before COVID-19, but in this year, a little bit decreased. I think 10 to 20% decreased, but total amount. But I think the investment money per one startup is increasing in Japan. I think the same situation in US as well. The VC investments for the startups from the corporate venture capital is increasing in Japan. That's I think a typical situation in this 1 year. And but I think as you mentioned that the funding from overseas is not so popular in Japan. So that's a big issue for us, and we're trying to inform the startup about the startup. Yeah, I think that's a brief situation in Japanese startup investment and funding in this 1 year. Yeah, that's all.
Thank you, Sugawara Sensei. So maybe one last final question, and please don't forget, visit our booth after this session. We have a lot of information in each booth. So don't forget, visit our booth and have meetings. Okay, thank you for 2 questions. One question from Robert. Can you recommend a website for Japan startup support? Do you have any insights or idea, Sugawara Sensei?
Oh, well, what kind of support? Well, I think one support for the global startup in Japan provided by JETRO. That's I can show you the link.
Working space for startups. Yeah, there are many co-working spaces for startups, including like WeWork, many WeWorks, co-working spaces out there these days, and yeah, tons of co-working spaces you can find. So we are also running co-working spaces for students and alumni startups from the University of Tokyo. So if you All right, let me check in 5. Yeah, that's a good information. Thank you. All right, so we can we are still in this Zoom, so we can have more conversation, but 1 hour passed already. So thank you all for coming, and enjoy your South by rest of the South by. And if you have any question, feedback, and one-on-one meeting, please stay here for a while more, for more while. So yeah, exhibitors, presenters will remain here for a while. So thank you anyway. Thank you for coming. So let's continue to the discussion. Thank you for your comments, and Abigail, thank you for your comments. Let us check the place. Thank you, Aminika. Thank you for coming. So if you have any questions rest of you, please don't be shy and unmute yourself and ask questions if you want, if possible. All right.
Okay, Toshi-san, I think it's time.
Okay. All right, so thank you all for coming, and I'm stopping the Zoom in a minute. So Thank you. Please visit our booth afterwards. There are tons of information and you can contact us, each of us. So, and all the videos on the each booth, so you can check it out. Thank you very much. Have a good evening. Have a good South by. じゃあ切りましょうかね。皆さんありがとうございます。お疲れ様でした。ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
ちょっとドタバタしてしまいましたが。
ありがとうございました。
途中すいません。ちょっと機材、ちょっと若干トラブっちゃいました。ごめんなさい。そうですね。まあでも、そうな、もう少し難しいですね、なかなか。コメント、フィードバックくれればいいんですけど、この後ですね。
でも結構皆さんなんか、質問してくださってましたよね。
そうですね。活発にコメントしてくださる人も結構多かったので、それは良かったし、結構温かい、熱い応援メッセージがいっぱい来てたので、
そうですよね。だから
反応は良かったというか、皆さん、もう一人いらっしゃる。反応は、はい。
ごめんなさい。今、私が
チャット欄って書き出しできるんでしたっけ？消えちゃいますかね？
一応コピーしときましょうかね。ちょっと怖いですね。
チャット保存ができる。
チャット保存、全員分のチャット保存が、少なくともホストはできます。
じゃあ、消しました。ちょっと YouTube ライブに流れてますということなんで。
いや、いいんじゃない？もう流しっぱなしで。
流しっぱなしでもいい。
だから、Zoom にもまだ、オーディエンスの方は、
はい、
いらっしゃいますんで。一回切りましょう。
そうですね。じゃあ、
はい。
皆さんありがとうございました。
じゃあ、一回切って、はい。じゃあ、インターナルの、Zoom はまた、ちょっと別で立ち上げてもいいかもしれないです。はい、以上です。
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。